My wife just sent me something. Disney for foodies. What is this?
I'm waiting to see how much of a lag there is on. I've got YouTube open on another screen. It just came on. It hears me from there. That's funny. It's so weird. Then I get like kind of obsessed with the lighting, and then the sound. It's too much.
Sound gets me. I mumble too much as it is, and it's like if I talk, I feel like I'm yelling.
So I'm using. Oh, don't be sad, Karen. I just feel bad. Use your notes. We'll lean on you virtually. What's up, Andrew?
What's up, Andrew Prince?
And then I was just telling Mouse Gears Andrew that we have a guest next week, Katie Fox. She was at Momentum with me, and don't miss that because she's awesome. Really neat lady, really smart. And we'll be switching from StreamYard to Ecamm, which is on a Mac, so that should work no problem. If not, then you could try if you want to join. You could download Google Chrome if you can,
because I've used StreamYard on Chrome,
and it should work on there.
What's up, Caleb?
What's up, Caleb? Buddy, I promise I'll figure it out. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm looking in Facebook. Karen's texting me. You're right. We are quite a pair. But that's what... No, Chrome should be free on a Mac.
Yeah, Chrome should be downloaded for free. I have it on mine for...
Yeah.
Anything for it.
Like if you type in just Google Chrome, it should... and we can wait a minute here if you want to try. Or just join us when you can. But that should be absolutely free. Because that's Google's free browser. If someone's trying to charge you $20, then they are...
the right site.
Huh. No, yours worked, Caleb, and I think on the phone, it works. You just have to log into Google Chrome to do it. So I think you can do this from a phone. And I say that, I guess I'm going to have to download Ecamm soon and play with a little bit. But at least we'll have somebody here next week who can answer our questions, and that'll be nice. All right. We're still going to do quick service, Karen. I'm sorry, but jump in as much as you want, and I'll keep popping your things up as much as I can. All right. Hey, guys. Welcome to the Mostly Disney podcast. This is episode, 17. Is that right?
Yep.
17.
17.
Holy cow. I'm here. I guess I have to be because I have the login password. And then Andrew's here from Mouse Gears.
What's going on, everybody?
And really, we could put But Mostly Disney on there as well.
Yeah.
He's the man. So,
I know
no snow this week.
No, we had 60 degrees today. I'm happy.
I played golf yesterday. A little rusty, but I actually got down to short sleeve shirts, which was nice. And I'm trying to think, is there any weird news going on?
Yes, today we talked about it in Nation Call about the Galactic Star Cruiser is now going to be an office. Lease your office spot from WDI.
Isn't that crazy?
That'd be a cool office spot to have.
Well, that's the question, right? So I read, Mark Vitek, I think.
Yeah.
Smart guy. And I was getting ready to post it. And as soon as I saw he'd posted, I'm like, oh, well, I'll just let him, because he that's where I get most of my Disney news from anyway. But he answered the same thing over and over and over again, because as we do, Disney people, we lose our minds collectively and just blow up. And he was saying that a big reason is they can't use it as an attraction or a hotel now for tax reasons, because they wrote it off as an inoperable ride. So there's probably some time frame that they have to not use it for what it's intended to do, because they wrote it off as a loss.
Yeah, a big loss.
Which makes sense. I liked our ideas better. And if you're not a member of the WDW Radio Nation, you should join. It's a lot of fun. And I like those conversations. We have Zoom meetings. And there's 15 of us, 20 of us in there?
Yeah, 15, 20. And, talk about carousel progress and we all wanted to kill each other in 5 minutes.
It got a little hairy. Now, see, this is what I keep saying. I love this, and this is from our trip. And I don't typically take coffee with me. I don't take drinks in the car. So normally I just shoot out and go. But if I do want something, I have a couple of these. What I think they should do, and if you watch, I just put up the video from Festival of the Arts, and in there I stayed at French Quarter, and they had a really cool like Tiana Tervis like that metal that I don't need. I just don't need it, so I'm not going to buy it. It was $40, but I'll tell you what, if it had been 55 and I got to use the drink machines and coffee, I'd have paid it no brainer. Hey, look who made it. Karen, you did it.
Hey, she made it.
I'm so excited. It's working on my iPad.
Oh.
On Safari, but on my Mac Air Pro, whatever it's called, it was telling me it wouldn't work on Safari. And I'm going.
It's the magic of technology.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I'm super new to Mac, right? Like I am, I just got a Mac for Christmas. I'm still learning how to use it. I love iPads. I've had those forever. I still use an Android phone. So some of the ins and outs, I don't know how to do. Karen St. Pierre is joining us. She's our buddy from, well, not to keep talking about Lou. That guy should really pay us for the people we try to send his way. But Karen is from our WDW radio group, and she was on the call last night. I think we've lost her for a second, but
yeah, I'm fixing my hearing aid.
Take your time. And her and her son Sean are staples in our Disney lives.
Yep.
So, but I would this is what I was saying. I would buy this. I would pay $60, $50 because, and maybe you still have to offer the plastic ones, so you have two different price points. But I keep these things and I get sentimental, and then I end up throwing them away later. I don't like using them except in the parks. And honestly, I want a bigger cup of coffee than they provide. And then if you put ice in them, you get like 3 sips and your drink's gone. So I would pay a little more for something bigger, especially if I could pay $15 each time and just reactivate it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that would be good because, like, I have a coffee cup fetish.
Right.
So every time we go down, I have to get rid of 2 before I bring another one home. But something like that to drink during in the parks, that would be awesome. And I think, if I remember, we even talked about Universal the other night. I think Universal's cups are bigger than the normal cups we get at Disney. I know Royal Caribbean's cups are bigger. They do the same thing. They have a drink package, but I think they'd have a killing if they had a bigger cup.
Yeah, and I know soda's a big profit center. I've been in the restaurant business my whole life. You make a ton of money doing it, even offering free refills. But I'm just saying, I'd pay more, Disney. I couldn't believe they didn't have umbrellas or raincoats when I went to Festival of the Arts.
Really?
Nothing. Really? Not anywhere. Nope. I looked everywhere that I was. I mean, I didn't go to Disney Springs, and I didn't literally go everywhere, but everywhere I was. The big store at Epcot, which I keep wanting to call Connections, and it's not. It's Creations. Sorry. They didn't have them. None of the little stores had them. I had to buy one of those.
The golf ball?
Nothing. I checked both of those. Poncho. I did. I got a poncho. But you know what we could do if we had these resort cups? We could use them at our favorite quick service restaurants, which is what tonight is about.
Tonight is about quick service.
And I've got some slides, and I don't know if I'll have every slide because, hey, Kira, how are you doing? It's so good to see you. Yeah,
how do
Figment
you see the chat?
That good luck. I'm lucky I can see it. Well, it shows up for me on a window beside there. So, yes, I would absolutely wear. I can't see myself in a Spirit jersey. I just don't think it's me, but I'd wear a purple Figment poncho. No problem at all. It would look awesome.
I think we need more Magnum PI Hawaiian shirts.
Yes.
I'm all for that.
I did just order one from that Roosevelt's
Yep.
store, and it's kind of understated, but like Mickey kind of Fantasia. And I got one for Christmas that has Bob Gurr's stuff on it from his website.
I got one when we were down. We got it. Tommy Bahama, so it was a little expensive, but
right.
It was the first one I bought of mini to go. So
I ride the Tommy Bahama out till it goes on sale.
Yeah. One for my wife going buy this, I wouldn't have bought it. So
right. $138 for me to drop spaghetti on the moment I put it on. It's just
buy 10 coffee mugs or something.
All right. So I think I have the slides in order of by park. So Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Animal Kingdom, then Disney Springs, and then resorts after that, if we want to do it that way. But as we know, not really much of a planner, so we can do whatever we want. And there's a lot of quick service that I didn't go into. Like, there's 100. Any guess, Karen's, how many quick service restaurants there are?
A stab at it. You know how many there are. I'm going to say, well, here's the thing, is when I click on the app, quick service, there are certain ones that didn't come up, like the Yak and Yeti quick service does not show up. But it's a counter service. You go up and you order and you pick it up from the counter and you go sit down. That is a quick service. You can use your quick service meals there. So I don't know what they consider a quick service, but I'm going to shoot at 189.
Oh, that's pretty good. 123. According to my list, and I'm not swearing that it's 100% right. I mean, this is,
But
this is a list I found.
I also consider the corn dog nugget cart outside of Pecos Bill. That is a quick service meal for me.
Right, and that's where, look, anything goes here. I have no rules. But there were some of the things that they put on these lists where I'm like, well, yes, it does serve food, but I'm not sure I would call it a quick service.
Joffrey's. I'm like, okay, they have donuts and coffee.
Yeah, that's considered a quick service. Yep.
Well, but some of them have, I don't think in the parks, but some of them have little breakfast sandwiches, I think, sometimes.
Yeah, the one outside the monorail does. Yep.
Yeah, so.
But all right, the Yak and Yeti is not considered quick service. And I'm going, wait a minute.
It's on my list.
The restaurant.
It's absolutely on my list.
The restaurant's the other side. I don't know.
Yeah, it's off to the side.
Yeah, there's a quick service and a table service. Yeah.
All right, Karen, since you are our guest,
ladies first.
What's your favorite in Magic Kingdom?
Oh, well, the menu has changed since I was last there. But I always, okay. So there's two as in favorites. There's my sentimental favorite of Columbia Harbor House. But the menu's changed there a little bit, but they still have the fish and chips, which was one of my go-tos. But the one that we always seem to go to, that we love to go to, is Pinocchio Haas. And I went there when I was a kid in '79. And they still have the same murals on the wall. And it's very, like, you walk in there and I feel like a kid again. But we like to also sit in the window and wave to the people as they go by.
So I just got to do that for the first time last year. We have tried and tried and tried. It was a bucket list item, and it was so much fun. It made the food taste so much better.
Did they have the little signs out at the table when you were there?
Yes.
Okay. Because that's like quintessential. You have to have hello or.
And my girls did that that's where I was going. When I was telling you earlier, I was going to for the hour-long mobile order. They were at Pinocchio House, and
because I only eat on trash cans.
Never got a window seat, but they got a window seat the first time they went.
I only eat on trash cans. That's how I know the food's good.
But there's an upstairs at Pinocchio House, just like there is in Columbia.
So if you're live, you can see the slide I have up. We've actually sat on that little balcony, and it was really, really nice there. Like no one else was out there. Maybe one other table, just kind of out watching people go by. It was a great spot, and we had good food. It was good pizza or whatever it was.
Yeah,
and that's the thing is, like, quick service is not your fancy food. You like, everyone's like, oh, well, that's just, and I'm like, come on, it's a park. It's quick service. It's
Look, I like fancy food. I like cheap
edible.
Food.
It's edible, and it's not making me sick when I eat it. I'm good.
There you go.
That's it.
I'm not a picky girl.
All right, so and Columbia House is your actual favorite.
Yeah, I love. They used to have the meal that's similar to Liberty Tavern. Yeah, Liberty Tree Tavern, which was they had the Thanksgiving. They used to be able to get that back a ways at Columbia Harbor, but apparently it's not in the menu anymore. But the fish and chips are still there, or the fish platter.
Yeah, they had a big menu change a year ago, and what do you want to do to make Disney fans mad? Change something. There was a big old debate about that.
That lobster roll is pretty good there as well. My wife likes that.
Now, does a lobster roll have mayonnaise on it or butter?
I think this one had mayonnaise.
Oh, no, so you just ruined it there.
Yeah, no, and so we've never actually talked in person about it, but I spent my summers in Booth Bay Harbor. So we would go to this other place called Dunton's Dog House and walk down.
I know where that is.
Yeah, and our house, I could literally walk there. It was like that. Our house is 4 houses from there on the water. It was awesome. I had a great childhood in Maine. Yeah, I'm with Kira. I would absolutely live upstairs there and look down at everyone going by. And that little and sitting upstairs is definitely the secret. Although I think a lot of people know it now that you can sit up and around that area looking out over.
Yep.
Over the walkway.
And you used to be able to watch the boat, but no. Yeah. On to newer and better things. Not better, but on to newer things.
All right, how about you, Andrew? What's your favorite?
Baseball guy. Love the old goofy short baseball movies. So Casey's Corner. Just get a hot dog and French fries and go listen to a piano, or you can go sit out in the grass and do the same thing. And it just, to me, that just breathes old time 1930s, 20s, 40s baseball, and what they're trying to bring, and the building, and the way that the numbers on the areas are written 1, 2, 3, 4s in that script of baseball. And I don't know, I've always loved going there. There's nothing special. It's just a boiled foot-long hot dog. You get chili cheese on it and have a good hot dog. But that's always been my sentimental. I gotta go there every time we go, or I'm not happy.
I don't think that's wrong. I mean, we just started going there. In 20 years, I finally last year late at night. My wife hates cosmic rays. And so we got, mobile ordered hot dogs. It popped right out, found a table, sat out there at 11 o'clock at night. It was awesome. And it's a good hot dog. It's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
Decent chili. I always end up with cold fries, but it's always crowded and it's always the last thing at the night. So I don't hold that against anybody.
And every holiday they have a special hot dog. And I couldn't tell you what one of the ones were from this past time, but I want to say during the fall, it was like a mac and cheese with hot Cheetos on a hot dog. They're like, that'd be pretty cool. And then they have one time they had a Chicago style dog, and they do all different kind of specialty dogs. They have brownies and cookies and stuff like that you can get. But a good old hot dog on a hot day with a good old Coke is always a go-to.
It reminds me of Walt, because he loved hot dogs and he loved chili, and it's a very Walt place. It just
very American.
Yeah, very American.
Well, I want to be different, but mine is definitely Columbia House. If I could only pick one quick service, and I love Casey's, and I like Cosmic Rays. I think it's a decent burger. We had one bad burger. We went there, and again, my wife hates it because we kept getting stuck there. So we were forced to eat there. We just didn't have a choice. But I it's as good as anything else. And I like Sunny Eclipse. I think he's funny. We also have been stuck many times at Pecos Bill. Now I just ate there this time with the new menu, and I don't know. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It was good. It was good, nachos and stuff. And they had a vegan option for my kids. It's gone.
I know. And I'm like, if they brought that back, I would go back. But I'm just like, I love that. I love the toppings bar. It was like you could make your burger, really good. And
Last time we were so busy, we sat like 3 seats away from Tortuga Tavern, so everything on the inside and most of the outside was full. And it didn't take long to get the food, but like I say, it's just nachos and
Yeah,
stuff
it
like
was
that.
okay.
It's not bad.
yeah.
And there's some like I didn't even. I've never ordered anything at the Friar's Nook ever.
I did till Luke killed it.
They killed it. The mac and cheeses are all gone. I don't even.
Mac and cheese. It was the greatest thing ever. Lou did his first 5-minute video on snacks, and the next week it was poop gone.
He killed it.
They have ice cream and stuff. They have hot dogs there too.
We may have gotten ice cream there one time. Now that you say it, and then they also listen like
They have breakfast
Gaston's
stuff.
Tavern, Golden Oak Outpost, Liberty Square Market, the Lunching Pad, which I've also never gotten anything
Hot
from.
dogs. We got stuck there one time, and during the wishes,
I thought I had a picture of it.
Hallow Wishes, and then all it is hot dogs and potato chips. So it's not really. If they had a handwich, it'd be great, but they don't.
Well, we go to the launching pad to get the hot dog and the Mickey pretzel because we do just like at Casey's. Sometimes we end up at the launching pad, but we do the Walt thing where we get a foot-long hot dog and a Mickey pretzel and a water and a soda, and we sit there and just take our time and people watch and just wonder what Walt would think of the park. I mean, it's one of the places that has a breakfast stuff. It has sticky bubble bread. Breakfast bowls. And they do have the cream cheese stuffed pretzel there too. But the other one, Friar Nook's had breakfast, and Gaston's has it has the cinnamon roll and the creme brulee croissant.
Yeah, they did change the cinnamon roll. I don't know what they did, but it doesn't taste the same as it used to.
No?
It's still huge. It looks like a brick, but I don't know if they changed the icing or the bread, whatever they use, but it's not the same.
Huh. But there are places I did write down whenever I went through places that did breakfast, because if anyone's listening that is wondering where to get breakfast in the morning, if you don't want to go, you want to catch it on the go, there are places in each of the parks that does breakfast at a quick service, not sitting down at a table.
I know, and I'm not a breakfast person on a regular day. Caleb says Columbia House is his sanctuary, and I can respect that.
When we go back, we're going to eat at Columbia Harbor House because we've never eaten there.
I've never gotten anything from Sleepy Hollow Refreshments either.
I don't think we've ever gotten there. We've never ended up hungry there for some reason.
Yeah, and that's a lot of it's about timing, right? A lot of it, and we try to do. For us, the restaurants are as important as anything else there, so it's a big part of our trip. So if we have a big lunch and we have to schedule it at 4, then you're going to eat weird at 11, and it's just you take what you can get, which is why we ended up at it was Sunny Eclipse so often, which my wife.
I got one. Caleb said, "Don't forget the Western Ho food court." Where is that at?
Oh, that didn't make my list. Where's that?
Yeah.
Westford. That sounds like it's in Frontierland.
Right? Is that where they do turkey legs?
Oh, that might be the turkey.
That might be.
If only there were a machine that could tell us what.
Google.
All right. Yeah, Westford Ho, Walt Disney, Frontierland. I see lemonade, coffee, mini corn dogs, and they have breakfast sandwiches.
Is that the little wagon? If that's the little wagon, that's where we get the corn dog nuggets.
Yep.
That's where we get the corn dog nuggets.
Bears.
Yep.
We go there a lot.
Yeah.
Even if we've just eaten, Sean will see corn dog nuggets and he wants to get corn dog nuggets.
Or is that the old? Wait a minute. Is that the old McDonald's fry cart?
No. It's what used to be up against the river. Like there's the walking path is behind it.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. There's a pathway right in front of it.
Yep. Behind it.
Yeah,
behind it. Yep.
All right. Moving on to Epcot. Otherwise, because I don't care. We could just talk forever anyway. All right. So what's your all right, Andrew, you go first this time. What's your favorite quick servers? And not counting festival booths.
No, so mine is the beer and sauerkraut, brat, and pretzels at Germany.
Oh,
Ah.
yeah.
That's
Mm.
right in my family's background. I have to stop every time I get a beer or something. Hot pretzel and mustard, or bratwurst and sauerkraut.
Or
We're
both.
going there. We're stopping there for something.
All right, Karen.
La Halle's Boulangerie Pasterie. I
Oh.
never, ever, ever step foot into Epcot without buying a lot there.
Okay.
I get myself a baguette. I get, what do they call the chocolate croissants?
Chocolate croissant.
Chocolate pen, or it's a pen de chocolate. I get a couple of those, and I'll get some regular croissants, and we'll get like the apple crumble tart thing. And oh, yep, okay. I just made myself hungry. I just ate, but I'm
Right.
hungry again.
Now it's That's a good one. I think in true Lou fashion, I feel like I have to give two. One, because we never go to it, which is Sunshine Seasons. Like I really think that place is cool. And we've had some amazing food in there, but it's been so part of the problem is this, right? Is that because now they have a festival going, 365 days a year, we've gotten so addicted to buying a little gift card and just eating around the world. I love Nine Dragons. And I know that's a sit-down restaurant.
I put down the other one. I can never remember the name of it, but I got Lotus Blossom Cafe.
Yes, that's also good. And then I was going to say, I really like Katsura Grill.
Mm-hmm.
I like, and I think I did a slide for that.
Every time I catch Sunshine Seasons, it's closed. It's like between breakfast and lunch, and they don't do dinner, but I'm always in between those times.
Yep.
I know. You're right. I've been in there late at night where I would buy something if they had it open.
Mm-hmm.
I used to get the huge, gigantic baked potatoes. They don't have them anymore, and I'm like, I miss that.
I like a baked potato.
I would. Then that's a snack. I mean, if I've already eaten lunch, I could still,
I have never eaten at the smokehouse. I've never gotten anything from Pfeiffer John. How was it?
Wasn't bad. I was hungry, and I just wanted something small. So they have burnt-in baked beans, and it was good. But everything I saw that people had, I'm like, the ribs are huge.
The half chicken's good. We
the
shared
half chicken. Somebody had that, and it was huge. And then Fife and Drum, that's just popcorn and ice cream.
So Kira says before she went plant-based that Sunshine Seasons had a huge turkey sandwich on focaccia bread. So are you, I'm asking this into a microphone, into the internet, but are you vegan? So, because my oldest is vegan, and it's interesting because the easiest place in the world for me to feed my kid is at Disney. Like every single place, almost every sit-down restaurant has something, and it's good. It's not just like, here's a fruit cup and a piece of bread. It's some fantastic creation. Michael says it's not hard. Yeah, it's so easy. They've made it too easy to just cruise around their festival and graze. And then, I haven't had the cheddar cheese soup at Le Cellier, and I don't know how long. And Liege is right. I do, Andrew. I do love the Liege waffles. Those things are incredible.
See, like this time, because my dad was going with us, and my dad and I were both stationed in Germany, and so 30 years apart, but we never experienced Germany together. And so when I brought my dad, I was like, okay, we had both been to Italy, we had both been to France, and we both lived in Germany. And so we wanted to hit those three countries. And so my dad was really craving sauerkraut and schnitzel and a beer and bratwurst. And, he wanted the good stuff, because what you get here stateside is not as good. And
that's interesting. Karen, you've done a lot because you're in the military. You were a cast member. I mean, you've had a pretty fascinating life.
I've had like 40 lives. I'm a cat in real life. This is my on-screen face. You know, it's a little app thing. I
He's a
really am a
Cheshire
cat.
cat.
But we scheduled our trip this time to go to Germany and eat in the beer garden, and we ended up missing the festival foods. We were there for food and wine, and missed the festival foods because we were so stuffed.
Look, because you're full, right? And that's the problem I'm having. Like, as I go down to do these videos, and it's such a weird, I'm not going to talk much about it because it's such a isolated, weird Disney thing to have. But I went down and I end up throwing food away because I want to eat enough to make a good video, but I'm full. If only there was anybody. Right?
Lou has like 4 or 5 people go with him.
I'm surprised Lou hasn't copyrighted that by now. I'm surprised he doesn't send me a cease and desist. I feel like Andrew and I just extend his show out, and
we do.
And that's right, in a video form. I do love the crepes. I think both the savory and the sweet ones are really good there.
Yes.
The ratatouille one is really good.
Mm-hmm.
We already talked about that, and then the next one puts us in Hollywood. But let me run through. So their list, Connections Cafe, which that's where the Liege waffle is. Connections Eatery, I'm not sure what the difference is there. Crepes, Five and Drum, Katsura, the Kringlab Bakery with that schoolhouse bread.
Isn't the eatery the one that is goes on what's in the festival?
Yes.
That's the one that's festival.
Okay. So that's the difference. That's confusing at best. I mean, that's
come on, Disney, do better.
I know. La Cantina de San Gel has a quick service, which apparently has a very cold air-conditioned area to sit out over the lake, although I've never done it. Lotus Blossom Cafe, Refreshment Outpost, Refreshment Port, Regal Eagle, Summerfest, which we talked about, and then the fish and chips.
That's so good.
Which I've never done the quick ones. I've only done...
The quick ones are great when you're like getting ready to watch. Well, I was going to say Illuminations, not anymore. The nighttime fireworks show, because you can get it and then you can just stand there and eat it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to steal this at Hollywood because that's where we are now as we move about. And
I've not been there yet.
Docking Bay 7 it's really good, and I think it's close to. Not to really jump ahead, but I don't think it's a much of a spoiler that Satuli Canteen is incredible.
I still haven't eaten there.
Oh, so good. Because, well, we'll get to it. But this has a similar type of food. It's elevated a little bit, but still accessible. So it's got some interesting things, but not so weird that your kids aren't going to eat it. And it's
still serve breakfast.
I don't know.
Because I went. Well, the reason when they first opened Galaxy's Edge, they opened it up at 5:00 in the morning so you could ride Smuggler's Run, and they had breakfast there. I remember eating breakfast there, and it wasn't bad. It was like the Mustafar platter or something like.
I know they do a breakfast Ronto wrap next door, which there's something I did not think I would like. Like
Ronto roaster. Thank you.
It's really good.
I looked at the first one. I was like, I don't know about this. And when I bit into it, I was like, huh.
Yeah, it's delicious. They do not have a breakfast menu.
Okay.
The Ronto wrap, is that like a what are those Greek?
It's a combination.
Is it like a gyros?
It's a little bit of everything.
It's like a hot dog and a gyro bun. It's like a hot dog in a pita with coleslaw and a sauce.
Wow. Okay.
It's really good, but I can't recommend. I didn't even know this was here, if I'm being honest, until like last year, and we've started hitting that pretty much every time as a quick service.
It's always too busy for us because Sean has his headphones on, but if it's too busy, if it's too crowded, he can't do it.
Right. They do have an outside seating area that doesn't seem to fill up like the inside, because the inside, it's a little tough. It's one of those you're walking around with your tray trying to find a place to sit down.
Yeah, we had we sat there and ate the green popcorn. Or is it blue popcorn? Green popcorn. We got green popcorn.
Oh,
and we
green popcorn.
We paid a lot of money for green popcorn in a paper bag.
Why wouldn't you?
Disney at its finest.
That's right. All right, Karen, what's your favorite in Hollywood?
I don't really. Well, I would have to say probably Woody's Lunchbox because.
Yeah.
So I only wrote down things that I have ever eaten or like tried from like my ex-husband when we would go. I'd be like, give me that, you know. But so the only 3 places I had ever been that are still there, as far as counter service, was ABC Commissary Backlot and I've been to Woody's Lunchbox in the last few years, but we got the grilled 3 cheese and a tomato basil soup. And then that was what Sean had. Well, Sean had the grilled cheese. And then I got the smoked turkey sandwich. That was really good. I didn't try the potato, what are they called? The potato barrels. I have not tried those.
I think they're just tater tots, right?
Yeah, with like cheese on it or something. Like, and I'm not big on the jar of cheese, you know. No,
Cheese whiz?
I am a French girl, okay? It's got to be real cheese. You know, we have like 60 national cheeses in France, you know. And one of them isn't Cheese Whiz.
I have not eaten here. I guess different show. I ate at the other at the sit down one, and it was really good. So
yeah.
Oh, the barbecue roundup. We went there. That was awesome.
Yeah, I had a good time there. All right, Andrew, what's your absolute favorite there?
Well, we just ate at Backlot, which I hadn't eaten there in a while, but the commissary has never let me down. I've always had a good meal there. And it's always like shrimp tacos or a sandwich. It's air conditioning, so in the summertime, it's awesome.
It's a pretty restaurant.
Yeah, it's got some good nostalgia. You can find some movie props and stuff when you first walk in. But no, anytime we've eaten there, it's been good. And like I said, Backlot Tour, we just ate there. I hadn't eaten there in a while. A couple that was with us wanted a hamburger. Husband wanted a hamburger, so we went there and got that.
The bacon cheeseburger there was good at Backlot.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I've always had a good meal. I mean, we talked about the Ronto wraps. I like those. I've always had this is
oh, that's good.
Rosie's All American Cafe. I put that in there. I've never been there either.
I have, and I can't remember what we had. It was good, whatever it was, but it was a long time ago. The menu could be different.
Oh, that's Disney Spring. Went too far.
But you know, what's funny is, and I got somebody had actually taken a picture, and so I got a little flashback of it. But my oldest boy, along with little Sean, my youngest, are such big Toy Story fans. And when they used to have Pizza Planet, where Pizza Rizzo is, whatever they call it, Pizza Rizzo.
Yep.
Yeah. We were forced into eating there a couple of times. And it's not the best pizza in the world, but it's not going to kill you either. But it was the experience of having my son be so excited to be eating in Pizza Planet that, and I kind of miss Pizza Planet being there. I really wish.
Yeah.
Bring Pizza Planet.
I mean, just for it seems like a no-brainer, right?
But there's a nod to it on Pizza Rizzo, or whatever whatever.
Not for much longer.
Well, yeah. There's a little sign, and it says on it, best in small letters, and it says pizza, and then in small letters it says and then it says planet. So it says Pizza Planet, but the words best on the planet are written in there. So it still says Pizza Planet, and it's the same sign. But they kind of changed it.
You know, it's funny, when I was making this list, there were Catalina Eddie's, Fairfax Fair, Rosie's, and all these ones where I'm like, what?
Is Gertie's on it? Is Gertie's considered a?
No, they didn't list Gertie's.
No,
but
that's snack.
What didn't we talk about? I think the Dockside Diner is on there. And the Trolley Car Cafe.
We always eat at Primetime 50s, and when you eat there,
see,
and that room for much else.
I love sci-fi. So
we do it at sci-fi, and I don't like. So remember when the giant man, they would stick him in the leg with the needle?
Oh yeah.
Everybody go, ah! Well, they quit doing it.
We had a waiter who was doing a bunch of that shtick last time. He was doing all kinds of awesome. Yeah, he was funny. Really, it was like Seamus and I had gone late. It was after Momentum, and I met him, and he'd been. It was Sunday, and he'd been at Hollywood by himself, and so I raced out and then jumped over there, and we had a late reservation at Sci-Fi. But that gets a lot of wrong show. I get it, but no rules. They we do have rules, but they're ours, and we can break them whenever we want, right? So, but there weren't many people in there, and I think it's a good burger. I mean, I think it's as good as anything else. Is it a $25 burger? I don't know. It's Disney. It's hard to
shake.
Right.
Yep. It's
Right.
good food. I mean, it's good enough to. I mean, it's not like you're eating bad food. It's good food, but it's not like, we're not talking Chef Ramsay here, but
No. I guess I don't have any slides for Animal Kingdom, but I think Karen, you're up to lead us off.
Yes. Oh, it's a toss-up between my two favorites. One of them wasn't on the list on the app, but Yak and Yeti.
Mhm.
I literally only get the pork egg rolls and the chicken fried rice, but if I'm actually getting a meal, it's the Flame Tree barbecue.
Yep.
Yeah, those are. I mean,
You can't go
That
wrong.
half chicken.
I might argue that I'm looking out of the four parks. Animal Kingdom has the fewest restaurants, but by far more that I love.
Yeah. Take Pizza
There's a lot of
Safari
good
out.
ones.
I mean, they really have
We're gonna
some
miss
pretty.
Restaurantosaurus. I'm going to tell you that.
I never ate there.
No.
All right. Well, but I mean, I think I've already spoiled what my favorite is. But go ahead. Go ahead, Andrew. What do you love?
Yeah, I think. The marketplace with all the different
Oh.
booths.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
And Flame Tree, when you walk in the park, that's the first thing you smell. It's
Mm-hmm.
that barbecue cooking. I want to try. Oh, wait, hold on. Something happened. Lost everybody. There you go.
What's the name of the place in Pandora?
Satuli. That's
I've never been there yet.
it's so good.
Is it?
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, it's just so the first time we went there, we did they have these cheeseburger pods, and they're like bao buns, but like a cheeseburger inside. It's like a inside out, or well, I guess not inside out, but the bun is so much softer than a lot of other bao buns. Like it doesn't have the consistency. We were just talking last week how I don't think I like bao buns as much as I thought I did.
Right.
And these are not like that. But I've gotten away from that because that the bowl they do. Oh my gosh, it is so good. And look, it's like a poke bowl, right? It's got a bunch of fish. It's got tuna in it. Ocean Moon Bowl. Blue noodles, tuna, watermelon radish, pickled daikon, rainbow carrots, avocado, cucumbers, red cabbage with a miso and sweet soy drizzle topped with micro cilantro.
Is the fish cooked or raw?
No, it's raw. It's sushi.
Oh.
But they have a beef bowl. I mean, they have something for everyone. It's a really cool restaurant.
That bowl, that whole bowl trend seems to be really popular because I looked at all the menus and I was going through, and it's in a lot of places. And it's like this new thing, like in the last couple of years that I've seen kind of pop up. And I kind of like the thought of that because something you can order and you can walk with it.
Right. We love them. We eat them a lot. We make them at home now. We'll go and get our own fish and do it at home just because it's cheaper. Because they're expensive. Like, I mean, that bowl at Disney is $17.99. I think that's a deal compared to some places where it might be more. But I mean, listen to this list at Animal Kingdom. You got Creature Comforts, right? Which I've never eaten anything from. But you got Flame Tree Barbecue. Harambe Market is all good. I've never been to Pizza Safari, but I'm sure it's delicious.
This is
Restaurantosaurus, Satuli Canteen, and Yak and Yeti. I could pick 4 of those without even blinking to be my favorite.
Creature Comforts is a Starbucks.
Is that what it is?
They consider it a quick service.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think having a biscuit or something that doesn't count as a quick service. But it's okay. I don't mind. All right.
I want Yak and Yeti right now. I want that.
I know. I wanted to do something like that for dinner. We ended up just doing pizza quickly, so I'm bummed.
I want an egg roll. All
right. Disney Springs. I kind of think it's in a class by itself, right?
Oh, yeah, so much.
But it's hard to pick a favorite.
I have 2.
All right, go ahead.
My daughter picked hers, and we just ate it. It was Earl's sandwich.
Oh.
That place is good. It's really, really good.
Really good.
I haven't been there yet. Sell me on it because I have not been because I always go to my favorites.
So you walk in, and it's basically a little maze you go through, and you look up at the board, and they've got all kinds of sandwiches, from kids sandwiches to hot sandwiches to cold. You get pastrami on rye, Reuben, or Monte Cristo, or just a plain club. You get, they've got every sandwich you can think of. You can get it made any way you want it.
Oh.
And Eat by Manit. If you haven't been there yet, that place.
I haven't been there yet.
It's really good. And I think it's a great introduction to Indian food, right? Because Indian food can be complicated. I think butter chicken is a good place to start, especially if you don't like a lot of spice, if they don't make it that way. But the bread service at Eat, the sauces, it's Sanaa level, unbelievable. And it's quick service. You walk up, you sit down, they bring you your food to your table, but it's all counter service. They have this incredible cheesecake. It's really good. I don't see them being as busy as I want them to be sometimes.
I think it's because of what you said, Susie. I've never had Indian food.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try it, but I think that might scare some people away. Oh, it's Indian food. It's gonna be hot. I'm not gonna eat it.
Spicy. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what everyone thinks.
Yeah, this is a really good entry. I'm sure they could spice it up if you wanted. But it's really, really good. So it's funny. I would without a doubt would have picked Morimoto street food as my favorite because they sell those ribs. And those ribs at Morimoto, it might be the best thing I've ever had at Disney. It's just incredible. Well, not including like Takumite and like some of those crazy ones. But it's not a very good deal. So we figured that out. It's like $15 for a few little pieces of rib, and for $30 inside, you can get a half rack. So we stopped going there. So that's off my list. And Chicken Guy, I'm going to give 3 here, I think. Chicken Guy, I love too. And it's by far the best value anywhere, I think, in Disney. I've done it. I've fed a family of 5 there for less than one meal somewhere else. It's really, and it's good chicken. It's great sauces, incredible sauces. I did a sandwich one time and those are really, really good, but messy. But the chicken fingers, just dipping them, the sauces really make it something special.
Is that Guy Fieri's place?
It is.
Okay.
And it's really, really good. But my favorite is Polite Pig.
Yes.
I haven't been there yet either.
Awesome.
See, my 2 favorites always.
Awesome.
I know.
Well, and that's the hard thing, Karen, right? Is that because
there's so much.
Being able to go, and I've gone one time each month this last year, or starting in April of last year. Mm-hmm. And now I'm seeing things I never saw before, and I get to try things I've never tried before because I would go, Everglades funky chicken. Sorry, I got distracted there.
That was my favorite.
Oh, is it? I'm sorry. Yeah, Michael was just kidding.
Well, no. See, okay. So Mike's one of my best friends. So.
Oh, well then he cheated. He knew.
But yeah. So Everglades, because the funky chicken and the ubi donut, and then the other one is Cooks of Dublin, because there's the.
I think I have a slide for that, and I've never been there, and now I want to go. Just listening to Lou's review he did a while back for that.
That's really good. Mm-hmm.
Like I've seen people go by Deluxe Burger.
Mike says sorry. He was sorry, Karen.
Anybody, I haven't tried that yet. And I heard
I haven't been there either. Because again, but that's what I was gonna say is now I can branch out, because when you only go once a year, you've got to get those must-dos in. They have to be done. And like sci-fi for us, it's an every year thing. But if we go a couple times, because we used to love 50s prime time, I've never been to Hollywood and Vine. So there's some other things that I haven't tried.
See, I haven't been to Hollywood and Vine since 1999.
Was it good?
We did a character breakfast back then, and it was really good. But because we have our favorites, and we just do the same. Because, like you said, you only go once a year. When I did my internship, oh man, I tried a bunch of different places that I had, especially Disney Springs. Although whenever I went Tuesdays and Thursday nights, because back then they had Pleasure Island, and I would bounce in between the Comedy Warehouse and the Adventures Club. I'd go back and forth. And then I would drive everyone home that was drunk, because I drank Pepsi all night.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, trying to get this list. Four Rivers food truck, Amorette's patisserie, which but I think they do have some sandwiches. I've never been to any of BB Wolf's. I haven't been to BB Wolf's Sausage Company. Blade
mac and cheese truck.
Yep, I've never done the Daily Poutine.
I've done that. It's okay.
You talked about deluxe.
Quick, like if you want something quick to eat, you want something hot. It's hot fries, and they got like a buffalo chicken poutine. It's not bad, but if you're in a hurry, that's something good. But there's so much better stuff to eat than that.
Never been to Pepe or Pizza Point.
I haven't even heard of some of these.
Yeah, I've never been to House of Blues. Swirls of Water, I love, but I don't really consider that quick service.
You been in a bowling alley?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I heard that's good.
Sushi is awesome.
It's the best meat lovers pizza I've ever had in my life. At a bowling alley.
Yeah, sushi at a bowling alley and a pizza at a bowling alley.
But they do. That's a great concept. I wanted to franchise one of those here. I think you could make a lot of money. That's a spectacular spot. All right, that brings us to resorts.
I've only been to a few, so all
right. Well, fire up what you got. Give them to us all at once.
The Contemporary Resort, the Contempo Cafe. They have, the breakfasts at the resorts are pretty consistently the same. You have the biscuits and gravy, Mickey waffles, but they have breakfast flatbread. That was the one thing that I got a couple of times, was the breakfast flatbread when we stayed there.
And they have a barbecue chicken flatbread that we will travel for on a regular basis. It's so good. It has little slices of apple on it. That's just
on my dinner list.
It is delicious.
Yeah, that's really good. And the other thing that I got was this is one of the places I was talking about with the bowls. They have a ton of bowls at dinner time, but the hot turkey sandwich and the cheese melt were two things that I was like, I could go back for that. I really like that. The flatbread pizza was really good. Disney's Campground, Trails End. I don't know if you probably don't have that one. But they had like fried chicken and the 8-piece fried chicken meal for like the family. Oh, hey, you got it. But they had you could buy family meals which is different because usually you just go through and you order like individual meals. And they had the fried chicken and the barbecue ribs full slab meal, which was,
oh wow.
At the time our boys were little, so that fed all four of us. So
now I've never eaten there. Is that over by Hoop-de-Doo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's in the campground. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Pioneer Hall right there. Yep. And then I've stayed at Pop Century. And they have Everything Pop is the name of the place. And the pizza, people oh, the pizza's terrible. It was pizza. And we had fun watching Shawnee eat these giant, at the time he was 2.5, and he ate these giant slices of pizza. But it was pizza. But I got the tomato basil soup, which I think is the same tomato basil soup. At least it tasted similar to the one that's at Hollywood Studios at the Lunchbox. And then the grilled chicken sandwich at the Pop Century. I've stayed at all 3 of the All-Star resorts, and their menus are pretty much the same. It's just burgers and stuff. And Animal Kingdom Lodge, surprisingly, I know everyone's like, you didn't go and eat at the restaurant there. What is the name of the restaurant at Animal Kingdom Lodge? Yeah,
Boma
we didn't even. We did not eat at Boma, but we went to the place that's over in the original building, not because we were staying in the DVC. Yet we were staying in Kidani.
Amara.
Yeah, we went over to the Mara, and they had things like fruit and pastries and stuff that you could grab, like hard-boiled eggs and stuff you could grab for breakfast. And then for lunch and dinner, they had like bowls and burgers, chicken strips, flatbread. And then late at night, they had the flatbread pizza that you could get late at night. So I really like that. I like flatbread. I'm hungry now.
Yeah, I know. This is a tough show to do at night.
Very tough.
What about you, Andrew?
So when I should have said this to start with, I thought this was going to be an easy task, quick service. So I asked my wife and my girls, "What's y'all's favorite?" And they're like, "Wow, there's so much to choose from." My wife's favorite, first thing she said was all the little shops at the boardwalk.
Oh yeah. Oh.
The cafe, the boardwalk cafe has sandwiches and soups.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got a margarita bar right outside, and then you have the pizza window that Lou despises, and then you have corn dogs and French fries. There's something else they sell in that booth, but I think what makes that so good is the view you get from the water and the beach club and the yacht club. But the sandwiches, I think if I remember correctly, she said she got like a caprese sandwich or something like that. But that was her top.
See, I didn't even think of that whole boardwalk thing when I was thinking it. No.
I mean, there's 123 restaurants.
Gasparella's at Grand Floridian. I think it's another good one just because you can go outside and you can see the castle while you eat lunch, breakfast. They have good breakfast sandwiches, and lunch is the same thing. It's just sandwiches and soup.
My daughter says it is the best. It's her favorite mac and cheese.
Yeah, they do have good mac and cheese.
So no matter where we stay, we end up taking a monorail ride over there late at night to get her mac and cheese. Plus, I would argue it's probably one of the top 10 best spots to watch fireworks.
Yeah,
because I've sat right on those stairs, and if you're not in watching us live, the door of Gasparilla's has these stairs go down. I've sat right there with a drink and something to eat, and the fireworks are like framed by the two hotels. It's like, I mean, it's like it's a TV lined up just for you, and it's absolutely free.
We stayed in the building to the left. Like, well, if you're standing at the door on the right now, it would be to your right. But coming out of there to go to breakfast before you got on the monorail or something was great. And then,
do they have the sound? Do they have the sound playing?
Yes, they did.
From the fireworks? Oh, cool.
Haven't eaten there with my family, but I've eaten at this last place. Polynesian's my favorite resort, but Captain Hook's. Captain Cook's. I said Captain Hook's. Captain Cook's. They have good meatballs.
Yep, Andrew threw that up earlier. Andrew eats well. So, in my list of things that I swear I'm going to do, I'm going to try to do 2 videos a month of doing like Disney cooking, because we've done a bunch of recipes and a lot of them come out really, really good. But out of all we've made, the 2 that I think that taste the most like the park are the noodles from Ohana. It is not hard to make. It's very, very easy, and it comes out, I mean, almost perfect. And the coconut meatballs from Captain Cook's. And they come out, I mean, they taste just like they do there. It's so good.
We were going to eat there. We were just having a day of just goofing off. And I said, well, why don't we were Monterey Resort Hop. And I said, let's go to Captain Cook's for lunch. But I don't know if it's because they're doing some refurbishments or whatever, but you had to be a resort guest to eat there.
To actually eat there.
Yeah, to like you had to scan your. They had somebody there to scan. Like they do the magic bands at Caribbean at the beach club to get in the pool. They were doing that to get into the quick service.
Wow. I've never seen it.
It was because it was busy that time of year.
Must
'cause
have
it was
been so
New Year's
busy.
Eve.
Oh,
Yeah,
Interesting.
the magic bands. I'm like, damn, is it that good?
They
Well,
did that to us
if
for
New Year's. If it's New Year's, it's one of the busiest parts of the year.
Yeah.
And so, if you want your resort guests to be able to eat, there they come back at night if they're hungry or whatever. You want them to be able to. What was
crazy was the Pineapple Lanai was down the walkway almost to the pool. People were waiting to get Dole Whips. I was like, I can wait.
Wow. Yeah.
We
couple
do
times a year I won't go.
I'll never do it again.
Well, if I live there and I go, I'll do it. But I won't ever come from Maine to go to Disney 4th of July, New Year's, or Christmas. Because I just can't see spending all the money that it takes me to get from Maine down there. And then it be so busy that you don't get to anything.
Now, I will say we were there July 4th, 2023. And though it was busy, I wouldn't do it on purpose again. It was a weird way the calendar fell and our vacation and stuff. And so we ended up doing it, and it was okay. But I'm with you. I wouldn't go for New Year's. I don't know. Andrew may have taught me into it just to go once and see what it's like.
I do it one
like
time.
Maybe Kay and I, and not do parks. Just go do.
It's like when we went down for 11, 12 days with my mom in 2021. And we were there on October 1st. And we had a reservation for Magic Kingdom. And went in there that day with the mindset of, we're probably not going to be able to do anything. So whatever we do get to do, let's just enjoy it. And we got to do more than I expected, but we didn't try any of the big rides like Splash Mountain. No. All those types of things. We skipped those, but we did like Carousel, and we did the TTA, and we did Small World, and things like that we did. And like we did the whole eat a foot long hot dog, but that was one day where it was really insanely crazy at Magic Kingdom. But the rest of the trip, I wouldn't say was insanely crazy like that one particular day.
I mean, we go to Key West in July. You know why? People think it's crazy, and we still have a blast. We go to Disney in July. Yeah, it's hot, but I mean, it's hot here. I mean, Virginia Beach is all humidity all the time. It's I'm gonna be miserable here. Why not be miserable someplace that I love?
That's right. Then you're not miserable.
Caleb's got it right. He brought snacks.
Lou taught me right.
That's what I should have done, but it sounds funny on the microphone. And Andrew says he watched New Year's Eve fireworks from the Poly. That's I think I haven't, except for this podcast we're doing. I don't do a lot of live stuff, and I did do the July 4th fireworks live from the Poly Beach, and they were. It was
Andrew
high
and
security.
Vanessa smart. They didn't go that day or the next because they knew it was going to be completely insane.
We did not do the parks July 4th. Seamus and I played golf. Got back to the room, jumped in the pool, went to Disney Springs for lunch, and then came back and just relaxed. It was nice.
Yep. We did a lot of that. And the trip with my mom, because Sean was so little then, I think he was 3.5 that year. Yeah, he was 3.5. He was so little. And it was the year after COVID. Like outside, you could be without a mask, but if you went inside, you had to wear a mask. So, and he was really little. We just did a lot of like sitting and chilling and, enjoying the day. And I'm all for that. As I've gotten older, I'm about to hit 52, but I've learned to just say, you know what? No, I'm not going to go and try to hit everything. Sean still has rides. He's been there 4 times, and he still has rides he hasn't been on yet.
Yeah, and that's the great thing. Like, that's what keeps you going, right? I love it. That way there's always something super exciting to go back for. Yeah. We didn't mention
Geyser Point.
I mean, this could be on my list for It is so beautiful. It's so pretty. We've been out there. It seems like there's always a breeze, or I've just been lucky because it's all outside. But it's probably the best burger on property.
Where is that? Oh,
it's
Geyser.
over at Wilderness
Geyser.
Lodge.
Mhm.
It's if you get off the boat and go around and you don't go into the hotel, you keep going to the left. It's down there, and it's a beautiful restaurant. I don't even know what else is on the menu besides that bison burger because you'd be a fool to order anything but that. It's that good.
That's
It's
what
unbelievable.
my dad got. That's what my dad got over at Whispering Canyon, which we're at that stage where Shawnee won't let us go anywhere but Whispering Canyon because he has to ask for ketchup every single time.
And I've eaten. I'm just looking at the list now. I've eaten at the water parks, and it was a good burger. Right, it's same kind of burger. I don't know why, but when we stay at the yacht club, I think Hurricane Hannah's has a better burger than anybody else.
Yeah.
It's probably not, but it tastes better for some reason out there.
It's the atmosphere.
Right. Artist Palette, we ate there. Everything was fine. Now, Primo Piatto, Andrew says, has a bacon cheddar burger that is incredible.
Where
And I like,
Rivera.
I will say this. I do think at the All-Star Resorts, and I've been staying there last couple times, it's a lot of the same things. And then they have one or two little things interspersed somewhere that really come off just a little better. So it's awesome. I mean, all the food courts.
I love the All-Star Resorts. We've stayed there tons of times.
It's funny. I was just saying that in a video. Because we'd only go once a year, I would scrimp and save so we could stay. I mean, we started out with houses, and once we stayed on property, we've stayed at almost all deluxe resorts. And the two biggest reasons are, one, because we're 5, it's expensive for us to stay at value resorts. Because you either have to have 2 rooms or a family suite. And by then, why not just spend a little more and stay somewhere nicer? And 2, my wife, this is going to become a meme. Maybe I should make a t-shirt. She requires a hot tub on vacation. I mean, we have one at home, but we like to soak. So at night or in the morning to jump down in the hot tub. She does not like cold water. So sometimes even in June or July, those pools are not warm enough for her. So for her to swim.
When I stayed at Contemporary, I do have to say, I enjoyed that hot tub.
Oh, yeah. Because it's nice.
It was really
nice. But yeah, I feel bad for having, kind of thumb my nose at the All-Star at the resorts because they're nice, and I think they've all been redone now, so they're all quite beautiful, and I enjoy them. I did just get. Oh, what's that?
No, we ran away from a hurricane one time and stayed at All-Star Sports. And we went to Disney Springs and then hung out at the hotel, and we did that for 2 days and enjoyed it.
I'm gonna stay.
Which hurricane were you there for? Was it the recent? Was it Ian?
No, 2018. I don't remember which one it was.
We were there for Ian, and it was great because we got through our last day, and then the next day we were supposed to fly, and because they had canceled our flight like 2 days before, so we had to stay an extra few nights. So we just got to relax in the hotel, and when they reopened the pool, we went to the pool. And then they gave us a ticket to go to the park. So we went to Magic Kingdom and just to get a couple of rides and get something to eat and head back to our room. But I was so refreshed when I came home from that vacation. I'm like, I should go to a hurricane every time.
Right. And I think that's the thing. And we kind of, as we over the years adjusted, but we started trying to do park day off, because those days off, we come home from Disney relaxed, and I think a lot of people think you can't do that when it's very, very easy to do. It just, I say that it kind of costs you a little more money, doesn't it?
It's worth it.
Well, you also don't have to hit every ride.
No, I don't.
So like we're going in February, and then I asked my wife, I said, do you want to get lightning lane? She's like, nah, we'll be back. So if we don't ride something, we might catch it the next time we go.
Yep.
And I've got 2 videos up of Kay and I doing Epcot and Animal Kingdom, no attractions. Yeah. Just doing the other half of the park. The park we always skip, we always rush past, and it's 2 of the best days I've ever had at Disney.
Did you happen to see the kangaroos when you walk through those paths?
No.
Because, see, and that's the thing, is I was talking with Jason. I don't know if you know Jason Knapp.
I know the name.
Okay, so he with the magic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He does the soundscapes.
Yes.
So we were sitting there talking about what we should make Dino Land, when it goes away. And I'm like, oh, I said, they should put in Australia. I mean, like, look at all the unique animals. And he goes, they already have kangaroos in the park. And I said, wait, what? There's kangaroos in there? Now, I've been in 99. And I went in 2003. I did my internship. So I was there for 4.5 months. We went in 2005. We went in 2010. I went in 2015. And, I'd gone like 2020, 2021. I'm like, what do you mean there's kangaroos? So this last time I went in October, he came and met me at Animal Kingdom. He showed me where the kangaroos were. And if you don't know they're there, you wouldn't know they were there.
Yeah, I'm looking at the map right now. They are really tucked away.
They are. And I was like, what? So yeah, if you are rushing around to do rides, you miss so much. I mean, if you really want to see the anteater, you have to stand there and you have to wait until he comes, or take a couple of times a day to just go walk through the oasis and see those animals. So if you don't have that kind of time, if you're rushing to rides and trying to get it all in, then you miss that really good stuff. You miss the wilderness explorer little stops. I mean,
Andrew, it looks like you would go around to the left when you come in and go all the way around and then take a right.
So it's the second pathway.
Yes.
Once you get to the tree, it's the second pathway on the right.
Okay. There you go.
Huh.
And then as you're walking in, look to your right and just keep looking to your right. And they eventually, the path ends up coming out over by where Doug and
Flight of Birds?
Behind it, like across the water from that, I think.
Where the if you
No,
walk
I'm
that
sorry.
whole path,
Not Flight of Birds, where they do the little bird show right when you walk in, dead center.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Over behind them.
Yep. If you come out over by where the entrance to Bug's Life or whatever it's going to be now, if you come out there, turn around and keep looking to your left, because maybe going in the other direction. I wish there was a better signage for it, because those kangaroos, I about cried when I saw them. I was like,
I'm glad there's not, because now I have something to go find next time I'm there.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, we have been talking. This is the longest show we've done, Karen. I love it. And I could probably go longer, but my wife is texting me that I have real responsibilities. I'm trying to make this my responsibility. But Karen, thank you so much for coming. I'm so glad it worked out. We got you on here.
Yes.
And we will definitely have you back on.
My iPad worked and my Mac didn't.
Yay.
Yep.
I'm so thrilled.
Yep.
Andrew, you got any new videos up?
Just the Grandestino room tour.
Which is good. It's a good video.
Yeah, thanks. It's my second one. So the next one I'm gonna do is I have all the transportation, boat, bus, monorail. And then we'll break them up into individual ones and then do some shorts off of it. But go through that. I want to give a shout out to Corner of Maine. I've got their fire department shirt on.
I love it.
Great shirt. Awesome shirts.
Yeah, if you missed that episode with him, he fits in like he belongs here, and he loved Lou and knew Lou. But I mean, really, really nice guy. So please go support him at Corner of Maine and buy his shirts, because they're nice and they're a little cheaper than park shirts.
Yeah, they're not bad.
And they're kind of like a hidden Mickey type of shirt.
That's what I love.
Like you don't really know that it is unless you know.
Yep.
I think I'm wearing Jeremy Stein's shirt tonight.
Yeah,
So be nice to cast members.
Oh,
And if you don't know him, that's Main Street Magic, and he does a great job. Yeah, Andrew ordered. I saw on Lou's call last night, Andrew, you were wearing the America one that I was wearing the other day, and I love them. Really cool
shirts.
Well, Karen, thanks for coming. We'll have you back on. Andrew, always a pleasure.
Yes,
thanks, guys.
Please check out the other episodes of the podcast and go to Mouse Gears, watch Andrew's videos. Go to But Mostly Disney, watch my videos, follow on all the socials, blah, blah, blah. The same thing everybody else says over. And I need to find a new, more creative way to say the same thing smash that like button. I just want to do it differently. But as always, please let me know. I just got the website up and running. It's just a placeholder, but from there you can link to the podcast or the videos or even our merch. We have shirts now. And I really have them all set up to, I think they might make like 85 cents. I price them as low as they would let me. I'm not really looking to make a profit on them, but it would be fun to see somebody. That's the one thing Corner of Maine was saying is like the first time he saw somebody wearing his shirt in the park was pretty wild.
Yeah.
And
you
if
need
you
to
want,
publish, you need to publish your water fountain.
I know. I'm running low. I'm down. I only have like a couple left that I can find. I know there's more out there, but I think I am going to take some time and try to put. Someone else said the same thing. You should publish a map, so maybe I will.
I've been telling you. I'm like, come on, and I know where those good ones are.
I'm always amazed anybody shows up, and Karen's always here. We love her to death and have for a long, long time. So thanks for donating your evening to us, and we'll see you guys next week on. Gosh, I can't believe episode 18 next week. It's unbelievable.
It'll be February.
Oh, thanks, guys. Have a great night.
You too. Goodbye.